Hi there, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity, Path of the Damned Difficulty, the Renegades of Punk. We have a visit in our old home. And why are we doing that? It's because we want to pick up a new party member, we want to exchange one, and we want to go back. We want to pick, want to dismiss Kayavasa for now.
Sure.
And we want to pick up, where is she? Sagani. And then we want to go to, where was it? Elm Shore, because there's the Adra Bar. To make a little story there. There's still the story of Persoq that Sagani is looking for. And we now have the chance to follow that story. Also, we need to level her up. Let's see, she should scout as well, so let's give her stealth. What class unlocks now? Maybe something with a companion, I'm not sure. Prestidigitator's missiles. Oh no. Accurate wounding shot. She has wounding shot, I think. Ranger's aim becomes deadlier, making his or her wounding shots more accurate. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Let's improve her. That way. Also, we can have a look. She has measured restraint. Oh, that's very good, actually. Hat, ring, feet. Let's give her some stuff. Yeah, like if we would have one. We don't have no feet, no rings, no things. Then you will have to live with what we have, right? So let's actually go
Adra Arch, dead ahead.
over to the Adra Bow. Adra Arc it was. Yeah, Adra Arc. And there should be Persoq, or something of Persoq. Let's see, there's a soul too, so that might be Persoq. Maybe there's a fight coming, I don't know. Hey there, soul. The Adra Arc looms in front of you, just as you saw it through Persoq's eyes. Sagani turns, watching the trees for movement. As the Arc's shadow falls over you, the wooded shore fades into a different scene. You're standing in another forest. The blackened, bare trunks claw their way out of the soil and keep a solemn vigil over the young trees and tender shrubs. You move slowly through the woods and the ruins scattered throughout them. Stone pillars and broken arches show the bones of some destroyed building. Between and amidst it all are elves and orlans, their faces painted and their bows drawn. Burnt trees, crumbling ruins, where is this? No one seems to recognize it. I've seen the next location. I'll follow you. She counts the arrows in her quiver before adjusting the weight on her shoulders.
There's a strange feeling near the end of a hunt. Like an itch on the end of my nose. I feel like we're close.
You sound surprised.
After all this time. A part of me had already accepted that I'd never find him. That I'd be stuck wandering like this forever. I'll admit, I didn't believe you at first. Still didn't until now.
What changed?
I haven't spent this much time around anyone since the long hunts in Nasitak. But I've gotten to know you. Seen how you deal with Kith. Whatever else you turn out to be when we find Theos, you're honest. I know you wouldn't lead me astray in this.
What I mean is, thanks. No one's done this much for me in a very long time. Feels almost like I'm a part of a village again. What will you do after this is over?
Good question.
She runs her hand over the smooth chiseled surface of the arc. After 5 years, I'm not sure what the point of this is. Persoq has moved on, and while I'm out here, everyone in Persoq is carrying on as normal. And that will be the case whether I come back, having found Persoq, or die out here. To be honest, I'm not sure what that means for me. She thumps the Adra wall with the heel of her hand, but I'm getting ahead of myself. First we got to find Persoq, as well as your quarry, Kavava forged on. Should give me time to figure out what I'll say to him. What do you think you'll tell Persoq?
I guess that depends on who he is now. I'd like to think that traveling for 5 years entitles me to give him a solid earful about all of it. But what really matters to someone in Persoq's position? The village he left behind? The family he likely won't remember?
Well, he's a new person now. I'm not sure any of it really matters.
None of this matters. Then what's the point of me even finding him? Or of you finding Theos, for that matter?
Well, we're doing this for others. For Persoq and for the Durwood. At least that's our explanation.
Well, I feel better already.
Onward then. The long hunt. So what is the forest? What clues do we have about the forest? In a forest surrounded by blackened trees and crumbling ruins, with a group of Glenfathan hunters. Trees and ruins, Glenfathan hunters. I mean, it really must be the North Weald, right? Where else could it be? Let's go over there. Let's find out. That's what we're here for. The ways in which your character interacts with people in dialogues, even the most subtle ones, tend to coalesce into a reputation. Yes,
the figurine. It's glowing.
Yeah. Alright, so. We were moving into the right direction, I think. Maybe in one of the caves. The nest. Pilgrim's Shrine. Maybe there. Maybe the cave too. Or the ruins. Let's go to the shrine first. Where are you guys? Let's have a look. The figurine was glowing. I mean, it should be somewhere here. Maybe in the cave. Oh! Looks like it could be here, right? You come upon a clearing and see a group of Glenfathans standing in a circle. Sagani glances from the Adra statuette to the hunters, looking for a connection. Meanwhile, the hunters turn and notice you. Their bows are drawn. What are you doing here?
You mock us? Even the keepers of the stone will honor us after this hunt.
What? They step aside and turn to you, and as they do, you see something on the ground behind them. Lying amidst the ferns is a white stag. Dark blood mars its brilliant coat, and its sides tremble with quick, shallow breaths. You feel a presence in the beast, something ancient and familiar before you can speak. Something thumps to the ground. You look down and see the Adra bear, its bright glow flickering.
Shadow.
Sagani draws up beside you, her wide eyes fixed on the dying stag. One of the hunters takes a step forward, and Sagani raises her bow. An arrow nocked.
Any closer and you'll bleed out next to him.
Her voice is low and tremulous.
I never thought
She
I'd
watches.
prepared myself to meet a stranger. To share the honor and history of my village with someone who had no knowledge of us. Even someone who'd scorn our way of life.
He has become that white stag. Oh man, this is strange. Well, finish this before it's too late, probably.
I was going to tell him about the years of abundance in Persoq. How his granddaughters have hunted caribou, and his grandsons made our walls strong. But he'll be gone in minutes.
I'd say trust your instincts.
There's no point to any of this, is there?
She kneels by the fallen stag, placing her hand on its head. She begins speaking. Her voice is steady and measured, and her words are guttural and unfamiliar. At first you think she's reciting a poem in her native language. After a moment you realize that she's listing the names of every person in her village. At last you hear her speak her own name. Stag takes a final shuddering breath and falls still.
If you've finished your chanting, we need to get to work before the meat spoils.
Oh god, that Fangs hunter. She looks up, and for a moment horror and anger flash through her eyes. But as she looks at the dead deer, she shrugs and turns, leaving the lusterless Hydra figurine in the dirt.
I've finished what I came to do. Let's go.
Alright, we've finished the long hunt, it seems. Let's have a look at the journal. He was a stag, yes. Rather meaningless? Yeah, well, what can we do? I mean, we've completed this, right? And they are just hunters and mind hunters. But it should be all okay for now. Where should we go now? What should we do? Probably we should leave here again. Go back to Kadnua. And we'll see if we have more quests available now. This was certainly very interesting. It's also very costly though. For a week we're paying 2,000. But anyway.
Amazing. You could fit a whole village in here.
What? Azuro has arrived. He wants to sell us something. Offering to sell rhyme cutter for 600 coppers. It was nearly set upon by brigands on the road, but your patrols intervened. And he's already left the stronghold. He's there one day? Seriously? Let's have a look. Maybe he's still there. I mean, this cannot be true, right? Being there just a day? Maybe it is true, though. I wouldn't know. It seems a really strange behavior, though. There's that fellow. There's an Adiran noblewoman. Steward.
I try.
Nothing much to do. We'll rearrange ourselves, right? We'll buy something. Be good.
Gods keep you.
Show me your wares, good man. Take camping supply. And now, let's have a look at this. There's something new here. A lot of stuff. Very nice, but no Berath spell. That is unfortunate, but at least some stuff.
Well?
Let's look for another quest. One of these things here. Child of 5 sons, fragments of scattered faith. Maybe that is something we could do. Adair believes he may be able to find more about the circumstances of his brother's death in Defiance Bay. He suggested there might be records of the Saints' War, an archive in the Ducal Palace. Let's do that. Let's recruit Adair for now. Let's go to Defiance Bay. Maybe, I mean, it's entirely possible we'll get also some stray quests, so to say.
Amazing. You could fit a whole village in here.
That's a really interesting story for sure.
Farewell.
We'll dismiss her and we'll recruit Kelvasa again. Who will we take with us instead of Adair? He's level 6, so that's bad. Let's leave Wickestein behind for now. Put in him. And let's actually arrange differently. I think she was here. Let's level him up a bit. What can you do, man? Oh, maybe 2 survival points or 1 survival point. Really looks good. What could we give you? Armored Grace. That looks fine. Perfectly suited to wear even bulky and restrictive suits of armor, lowering their recovery penalty significantly. But that's more like an offensive thing. Like we would want to have another tank. Clear out. Crush damage. Prone and crush damage. Clear out seems good. What about overbearing guard? That's good as well. Fearless. Fearless will help much with a level 7 fighter. Let's take that. And next level. Already. More athletics. We'll give him Wary Defender. That will be good. Next level. And more athletics. Probably. Or what will we have with... Yeah. Give him that. And... Unbending, maybe? No. The critical defense would be good too. Next level, some survival. Yeah, he has full survival. What else do we have here? The bonus knockdown. No, for sure not. Weapon Mastery Ruffian. Nah. That's not good. Interrupting blows, maybe? Let's look for more defensive things. Body control. Mental Fortress. Weapon and shield style. Ah, yeah. We should give him the weapon and shield style. So, very nice. And let's actually go over to Defiance Bay. I think first fires. Oh yes, costly hireling payday.
Of course.
Go to the archives. It has really a good tank as well. So for now, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Next time we'll go into the Ducal Palace here. And watch what Adair has to ask about the past of his brother. Happy gaming to you, and yeah, see you in the next episode of the Renegades of Punk.